Well, look at these pictures. Gaza, Syria, Yemen, Paris? Nope, it's North Carolina. There's been a hurricane there, and this is what it has left in its wake. Broken houses, broken communities, broken families, broken lives. And dead lives, according to a former FEMA director, who says the death toll is going to be tremendous. And yet, the federal government says there's no money left to respond to hurricane because FEMA has spent $1.4 billion on migrants. I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. So in previous years, when people were living in the Stone Age, for instance, they had very few resources to tide them over when there was some sort of a problem. Like if there was a bad crop that year, people would just die because they couldn't preserve, keep or import the food needed to top up what they couldn't grow at that season. Well, it very much looks like we're heading back to the same sort of problems. Our well-ordered societies have been a draw for people from other societies, not so well-ordered, and now we're not well-ordered either. And I'm taking the American example here, but if you look at this, how much money does the UK spend on housing? That's migrants there. Oh, there we are. The UK spends a significant amount of money on housing migrants, including asylum seekers and refugees. The aid budget in 2023, the UK spent £4.297 billion on refugees in the UK, which was 28% of the aid budget. This was an increase from £410 million in 2016. And just look at the difference here. 410 million in 2016, 4.297 billion in 2023. The Home Office was responsible for 2.937 million of this aid spending in 2023. In 2023, the UK spent 4.3 billion on asylum seeker costs, which was more than a quarter of the UK aid budget. This was an increase from 3.7 billion in 2022. So it went up about £1 billion in 1 year. Now, down here, it says that the Office of National Statistics says that migrants contribute approximately 83 billion to the UK's economic output annually. That seems like, it's here, so I'm telling you about it, but I don't believe that figure. That aid budget could be used to give old people warm houses this winter, couldn't it? But we're spending it on migrants, many of whom do not like this country, who are openly critical of our entire lifestyle. I saw a tweet. It showed a group of young women outside a nightclub wearing short skirts and too high heels, and one or two of them looked somewhat squiffy. And the picture had a caption underneath it from a Muslim woman saying, "Why should I subscribe, or why should I like this sort of loose behaviour? These girls are nothing but rubbish, and this whole society is nothing but rubbish. And then somebody else put underneath it, well, why don't you go? And then the response was, well, I'm getting a council house. She's getting free money from the government. She's being housed by the council. And those slightly squiffy girls in the short skirts, they are girls who pay tax. During the rest of the week, they'd be working as shop assistants, typists. I mean, they didn't look like the sort who'd be doctors, but they could have been. And they would have been paying taxes. And that woman is despising them at the same time as she is accepting that largesse. And the same thing is happening here in America. And I'm talking about this because they're in serious trouble there in North Carolina now. There's a comment down here from Representative Eli Crane, a Republican, Arizona. The Biden-Harris FEMA spent over $1 billion on funding illegal aliens. America lost. And indeed, that's quite the way a lot of people in this country feel about it as well. You can just swap these over. There are people living in poverty, obviously not victims of hurricanes, but there are people in this country who are living in poverty and can get no help from the government because we're squandering our money on people who have no loyalty to this country whatsoever. You've got NYC's migrant crisis hits new level of madness, free rooms and free meals to thugs who are robbing us, it says here. This is in the New York Post. And then there's this. Are any of these people showing any patriotism towards Britain? Right, so I mentioned the Stone Age just before. It seemed to me to be rather appropriate that we have a comet coming back to us that was last around here 80,000 years ago during the Stone Age, when Neanderthals walked the earth. I think that's rather appropriate, don't you? It looks like this comet is showing us where we're heading. Till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.